with looking at the, there it lost focus, so, because I jumped out of the frame basically. There we go, now I got it on my face again. If I stay in the picture, I should have a nice, properly focused picture of my face. And I can see it like that way over there. So that's a new feature I haven't ever tried before. Today's video was not to, the intention was not to get into any detail about the equipment. Simply show you and introduce to you the equipment that I use. The actual, in reality to me, the model number and the particular, how would I put it? I want stuff that works. Because I work on the beach, on a sandy beach like that, maybe sometimes out on that very wet, boggy stuff. And I work with other people who are sometimes not as careful as with my equipment as I would like to be. I have in the past laid down on the beach and with a camera in my hand. This is the tripod, but I'd have a camera in my hand. When the wave came in, it would wash over my face and I'd hold my camera up over the wave. People thought I was crazy, but you know, you've got to do what you got to do to get some shots. Now, of course, when I get shots like that, with a water flowing down over my model's face from the wave that went in, people don't have any idea what I had to do to get it. But the reason it is, or would be unusual, is because I was willing to risk my equipment because it was of a value that was replaceable. And I've dropped equipment on hard stone, like what do you call it, tile floors. I've dropped two pieces of equipment that were attached together, a flash and a trigger. I lost $1,000 when it hit the floor. So I don't spend my time trying to buy the most expensive, prettiest kind of equipment, because it would limit me, would limit what I can do, the places that I'll go, and the kind of images that I'll take. Anyway, I'm sitting down here so that I can stop from having a camera jiggling around a lot. Now, landscape photographers will go out and do this kind of thing, but they'll generally put their camera on a tripod. They're not often, and they'll stumble around on rocks with their camera in a bag and stuff like that. But not too many photographers go and lie down in the surf and take pictures in between waves. So I'm a little bit unorthodox. It's also what gives me some of the photos that I've been able to take in the past. But it does cause me to limit myself. I don't buy a $10,000 camera. What I did is buy a $1,500 camera that lasted, geez, 10 years probably. Now, because you normally see me as a blogger on YouTube, you may think I bought this camera for my YouTube channel. Well, I may do a lot of stuff for my YouTube in the future, but I didn't buy it in order to improve the YouTube videos, because it might not. I mean, it's heavier and harder to use than my iPhone as a camera, and I'm editing on iPhone on my iPhone, at least for the moment. I might be able to do it on a computer later on, but for the moment I am simply doing my editing on the iPhone. The reason I bought that camera is because my old one is 10 years old. It's falling apart. The grip's falling off. You know, I can sometimes try to adjust it and find that the screen's not adjusting. I have actually had in recent times had to shoot a picture, look at the picture, then that would tell me what my settings were, because my screen is off. I think I have to, I think they call it, basically I have to reset the software, and I think it might probably work. Then it'll be nice. I'll have a camera and a backup camera that are both going to produce similar quality and have basically the same settings, so I can switch from one to the other really quickly. I might have then now a third camera that I can use for some of my video. But one of the main features about this camera is that I can connect to it with Wi-Fi and download the picture from that camera to my iPhone to edit. And I don't have any of the problems that Apple puts in the way of usability with other equipment. Anyway, that's the story of my camera. So you may have noticed I'm kind of out of breath at times. That's one of the reasons I'm not a landscape photographer. Is I'm not going to climb a mountain to get a picture, that's for sure. But I do walk miles along the beach occasionally, but you know, that's actually walking 2 miles along the beach and coming back makes me very sore and actually very tired, very sleepy. So I don't do that so much. So I hope some of this is interesting and entertaining, and if you liked the video, please give it a like. If you'd be interested in seeing more, learning more about my gear and stuff, please subscribe. Well, just after shooting the last clip, I went back to, basically walked back to my bus, and a few friends were there, and we got to sit around, listen to some music, chat a bit, then I headed off, had to edit this video. Have a good night.